America has been overcome by a crossover. As popular as they are, a lot of people think that, well, I'm gonna be frank, they're boring as hell. But that's where Dodge comes in. I'm Nicholas Bishop of Yark Automotive Group, and this is the 2024 Dodge Hornet GT. The Dodge Hornet is the newest vehicle in Dodge's lineup, going on sale in mid-2023, and it rivals the Mazda CX-30, the Ford Bronco Sport, and the Kia Sportage. And I gotta say, this would be my first pick at a crossover. For starters, there's the color. Dodge and Mopar themselves have always been great at making the most striking and popping colors imaginable. Plum crazy purple, sublime, list goes on. Bringing those back from the 1970s, and they were able to do it on this car. The color on this car is hot tamale. In other words, it looks like an angry Skittle. It gives life to a segment that is so plain Jane and boring. You can tell that the crossover segment is run by accountants. And yes, they're practical, but there's no soul. And that is where the Hornet comes in. This car is that rebellious teen son who came out of a Bible family. The Hornet gives the crossover market something that it's lacked ever since its introduction. Fun factor. Coolest part of this car, one of the nice little quirks and features, as Doug DeMuro would say, is the Hornet badge. Blacked out, ready to strike and sting. It does kind of prick your finger if you touch the end of it, but I love that little badge. I think it's awesome. It's kind of harkening back to the old kind of Super B logos that were on the old Plymouths and Dodges and all that good stuff. But I love the color. I love the blackout accenting. I like the wheels as well. I have functional air intakes up at the front of the hood. And speaking of what's under the hood, it is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that puts out 268 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque through a 9-speed automatic transmission. This is the same engine that can be found in the Jeep Wrangler hybrids. That, of course, makes 375, but it moves this car and it moves it with ease. A pleasing and engaging driving experience. I love this updated interior. I like how swoopy it is. I like the use of materials. It feels premium. Granted, there are a little bit of cheap pieces here and there, but wheel is leather wrapped. We have cruise control modes, a sport button, menu control, and these beautiful gauges as well. I really like how clear and crisp they are, and there's no lag with them either. In the center screen, we have this new 10.2-inch touchscreen, and I love the way that this is laid out, because so many manufacturers love to just put the giant screen in your face and call it a day. It's perfect. And this is also Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capable. What really is cool are the climate controls in the center stack. I like these use of the buttons. They're fit very well. They feel premium. Materials for the vents and below the screen. The shifter itself is, of course, leather wrapped. There's auto start stop system right there that can actually be turned off. Kudos to you, Dodge. We don't have paddles, unfortunately, but the RT model will fix that. And the seats are also leather upholstered and perforated because they're heated and cooled. And you also have the addition of a heated steering wheel as well. Dodge really threw a lot into this car, and for the price, I have to say, it's reasonable. In the back, you have 27 cubic feet of cargo room, but of course that privacy cover is removable, and there's a decent amount of room back there for suitcases and small bags and whatnot. But it also gets more convenient when you get behind the second row, because the lift gate is not only power operated, it's foot activated up and down, and it works really well. It's quite responsive when you put your foot underneath there. So, to summarize, the Dodge Hornet is basically the saving grace when it comes to the crossover market, because if you want a crossover that's practical, quick, and good looking, you get the Dodge Hornet. So if you're interested in this vehicle, be sure to check it out at yarkauto.com, and remember to follow our Instagram and social media pages so you don't miss any more videos like this one. As always, for Yark Automotive Group, I'm Nicholas Bishop, and we'll see you in the next one. Remember, we've got just what you're looking for.